guys, welcome back. Yes, I know it has been a long time. Yes, have a lot going on. As I said, you all know I'm an entrepreneur, and just being busy with both of my jobs have me tremendously busy. But nevertheless, I'm here. It's getting closer and closer to the racing season. So the more and more it gets close to the racing season, the more and more you all will see a lot more vlogs from me. I know you all have been consistently messaging me all the time on Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, any social media platform. You all have been messaging me, asking me where the vlogs. But to be quite honest, yes, I was busy with my two jobs I have. As I said, I'm an entrepreneur, so I work really hard. But there's no racing going on, and I didn't really want to be repetitive all the time, trying to do something. So as I say, once the racing starts and it continues, you will get a lot of vlogs coming from me, and it will be some very exciting ones. But today is supposed to be a nice one. Hopefully we get to drive the BZ on the road, just to see how it feels. Run through the gears, run through the whole car, suspension wise, etc., just to see how it feels. So without further ado, guys, right now we have Smalls there. Currently he's putting on the battery. I'm gonna start it now, for the first time. Not for the first time for today, but you all would have heard it start already. Fabian had came by early in the week, clean up the mat, make sure the air fires and thing is good. We're waiting on some injectors to come in. As soon as I get those injectors, we're gonna slap them in, and we're gonna hit the dyno. And then if you all stick around to the end of this video, I promise you I have some very exciting news to share with you all, guys. You all are going to be anxious to hear about it, so just stick around to the end of the video. So without further ado, guys, let's go. Alright, so I got my boost gauge installed already. Just gotta run the plumbing to that, but that's pretty much installed. Alright guys, well, the car is up on the hoist. Pretty much we're gonna do a bolt check now, because as I said, when we put out this car, we didn't really double check the bolts and nuts. So we can just run through the car, because straight off the bat I came here and my ball joint is slack. So basically I just want to run through the whole entire car. Also we realized that we had lost some brake fluid recently, so we can just double check to make sure all of the lines are checked out correctly. Just do a full check on the car. The gas tank is not in here because we removed that for weight deduction, stuff like that. So we can just run through the car from back to front or front to back, and just make sure the whole entire car is sound and good, because that is one thing I want to make sure. Don't want the issues maybe on the track. So with no further ado, we're going to get into that. I have a slight little oil leak, but that's coming from the feed line to the turbo. We're going to fix that, and then from there have to do a wheel alignment. I'm going to change the rims on the car and tires, do a wheel alignment, just make sure everything is sound, and then go from there. Alright guys, as we here right now, basically I didn't do much recording behind the scene, but more in theory, we pretty much have all of the suspension tightened. We had so many bolts that was slack. Also the brake system, what we realized is that my brake reservoir there, we realized that this was losing fluid all the time. When we checked, we had a couple lines that was slack, So we rectify that problem as well. We have to do a wheel alignment. If we take a look, the wheel is straight. If we take a look, you will see that this wheel is slightly camber in, so we're gonna fix that as well. Right now, Smugs is here tightening on the rest of the intake bolts. We got some bolts at the back for the exhaust, because the exhaust only holding on about 2 bolts, so we can deal with that. Pretty much just ran through the whole car. We had some issues as well that behind the scene with some coolant leaks. The car was overheating, going to like 200 and somebody degrees Fahrenheit, which was really hot. When we checked, we had a leaking coming from this flange right here. Had to fix that. We also had an issue with the thermostat. Right now the thermostat is currently out, but I'm gonna put back in one because you know we like to keep the cars at operating temperature. But we just wanted to make sure that we didn't have any issues going on whatsoever with the cooling system. So right now the car is cooling. The last time we checked, the car was cooling, like it went to like 170 something degrees Fahrenheit, and then the fan cut back in, temperature dropped again. So we are happy with that. What the modification that we did as well, this is a Kia, there's a Kia 20 water pump, right, Smugs? Yeah. Right, we convert it, we take off the Kia 24 water pump and we convert to a Kia 20 water pump, and that seems to be working quite well as good. The reason why we did convert that, because we did bring in a alternator relocator, because if you look, the alternator down here, the alternator normally be up here, but the alternator that we have is down to the bottom, and the relocator was for the Kia 20 and not the Kia 24, so we had to convert to use the water pump. So that is good now. We also had an issue with the car, slight issue as well. If you look, you will see that this is a little lower than this side, so we're gonna just slacken off these bolts just to raise it to keep the engine as level as possible. I don't think there's nothing much more to be done. Anything else should be done, Smells, at this point? Right, oh, yes. When Robert would have do the fabrication, it would have been for the other intake, which is the black one, but that is kind of smaller than this one. So this boot source here is a little too short. You gotta extend it a little far out, because just knowing Smells drove the car into the garage, this came off and it's a little bit too short, so we're going to fix that. Also, another issue that we're experiencing, the harness is a little close to the waist gate, if you look there, so we want to get that rectified as well. So we're going to fix that. Just a couple of stuff to button up, guys. As I said, guys, it's just a couple more stuff to button up. We're going to work on that. I wasn't really doing much with the car behind the scene, because at the end of the day, you know, it wasn't that much to be done. We just do all the bolt nut check. We bleed out the brakes. Brakes is pretty good. From here right now is just to fine tune the other stuff that I just spoke about, and then we will be heading over to the dyno very shortly. Hopefully, I can put a driver's seat in here and probably drive it up through the gap or so, just to make sure that everything is okay with it. Because currently, as you all see here, I have no seat in here. Ryan bring a seat for me, so we're gonna fit that seat in here shortly. After I done fit that in here, we're gonna take it for a drive through the gap, just make sure all the gears is going in and everything is working good, and from there just the dyno. So hopefully we should have another vlog out next week with us at the dyno tuning this car and making a 500 horsepower and be the first front wheel drive car into the 7s. Yes, guys, so actually there's no one that actually reached the 500, sorry, there's no one that actually reached the 7-second bracket at Bushy Park. All the front wheel drive cars have been in the 8s, like I think the closest was an 8 knot, but no one actually get their car into the 7s. So I want to start off this year getting this car into the 7s. As you all will know, my best time at Bushy Park is an 8.2, and that's with the all motor. So obviously this turbocharged, I come in to beat that. Sorry for talking so much, but I just want to explain to you all guys exactly what's going on. You know, we're not sleeping behind the scene. We are putting in work and trying to get this event to be a successful one for me. And remember, I told you all guys, stick to the end of this video I have some very exciting news to tell you all about what's going on at Bushy Park this coming month.
I put my pause.
You got my pause?
Yeah, come. No.
Alright guys, basically I just went and take the car for a run. Just went through the neighborhood, but obviously, for obvious reasons, so gotta get the car like and everything, but all the gears feel good. Everything smooth. 1-2, I want to use 1-2 and it actually feels really good. I mean, like I just pulled from first to second, probably about 4,000 RPMs and the car feel good. So we're very excited so far, and as I see it, we got a lot in store for this car, but it feels good and I'm very happy to see that it's rolling. Still got no brakes, I have no brakes. No brakes.
Okay.
Brakes fluid in here, but I don't have any brakes at all. So you gotta figure out what's going on with the brakes, but outside of that, the car feels good and I'm happy. Just to drive it to see what's going on. I then had the GoPro set it on the inside for you all to see the actual ongoing situation with it, but it feels good.
That blue light.
Yeah, that blue light, yeah.
That blue light bright as hell, yeah.
Somebody probably got brake house, but 100 brake at all.
That way they were back to lines. Get her rev there. Alright guys, I'm wrapping up this video right now, so please like, comment, subscribe. Also I have some exciting news as I told you from the beginning of the video. Right now this car will be participating at Bushy Park on the 23rd of this month. BAD presents a very exciting event up there. We'll be racing the R5 rally cars. We have about 5 or 6 R5 cars that will be participating at Bushy Park the 23rd of this month. The exciting news is that you all can come and watch. So come see this car, see the hard work that I get put into this car. We will be at Bushy Park, me and my team, trying to get this car done to run against these $500,000 cars. So you will understand that we are going to put our best foot forward and we're going to try to match this car to these R5 cars. So come out, see this car at the track. Not only this car, but a lot of fast cars will be up there competing at the track. So as I say, the hard work that we have put in this car over the past year or so is slowly coming to the end, as you all can see. I just carried for a drive really well, still have some more things to button up on this car currently right now, but I'm very happy for the development of this car that's going. We are hoping to go in the dyno soon. We're going to shoot for about 500 horsepower, and then from there we're going to just try to dial it in as much as possible. So as I say, come to Bushy Park. A lot of information will be coming out very soon. We're going to get some flyers coming out. You all will know the admission fee to Bushy Park. Seeing this car, as I said, and a lot more fast cars, the R5 cars will be there. So just come out, participate, and give the guys your all support. It will be, you all wasn't outside for the past 2 years, can't go to any sporting events, can't see nothing at Bushy Park. So you don't have to worry about watching it, streaming or anything like that. It will be live. Come, pay your money, make sure that, you know, you might gotta get your injection done to get your PCR test done to make sure that you know you're good, you don't have COVID. Once that's good, come participate and let's have some fun.